I am glad that you've been able to join us once again as we continue on our conversation on intentions. In the previous episode, we discussed the definition and the importance of setting intention. And in this episode, we are going to discuss a technique or a tool which we can use to set our intentions. Please, if you have not done so, subscribe and feel free to share this video with other people as we embark on this journey of helping one person one day at a time. Please enjoy the next episode.
You know, Coach RN, 2.5 weeks ago, you shared a very important and much appreciated intention setting tool with me. I have found it to be very easy to follow, very easy to understand. It's practical, it's comprehensive, it's all encompassing, and I have really, really enjoyed it as I set my intentions daily, as I journal, and as I just put things into perspective and in motion. And please, kindly give me a recap again.
I'm so happy, Coach Olivia, that you enjoyed it and you've also found it a valuable tool to implement in your life. You know, this technique is what I've been using for quite some time. This has actually helped me to remain focused, to remain deliberate in what I want to do, as well as what I need to continue doing. Well, in short, the tool that I've shared with you has got 4 fundamental categories or headings. The first part is where you need to write what you want to continue doing. Or you can say, I will continue. And then list all the things that you want to continue doing. The reason why we are writing the things we want to continue doing, we want to acknowledge the fact that there are things that are good that we've been doing, and we want to continue doing those things. We don't want to stop doing the things that have been adding value to our lives because we want to introduce something that is new. So the first part is to write, I will continue, and then you indicate all the things you want to continue doing. The second part is where you write, I will do less of. Yes, this is where now you are reflecting on how you've been living your life, on the things that you have been doing, and making a decision to minimize, not to stop, but to minimize. Not all people can easily and quickly stop doing things. That is not practical. But you need to acknowledge that from my self-awareness, from my self-evaluation, I've realized that these are the things that I would like to do less of, and therefore I need to commit. So that is part number 2. Part number 3 is now where you are saying, what is it that I want to start doing? I will start. You are now looking beyond what you've been doing, which you are happy with. You are now looking beyond what you want to reduce, but you are introducing something new. What is it that you've been deferring that you would like to introduce in your life? And finally, you are now considering those things that have not been adding value to your life. What will you like to stop doing? So the 4th part, you write, I will stop. So in summary, as you have seen, Coach Olivia, the first part is, I will continue. And the second part is, I will do less of. And the third part is, I will start. And finally, you write, I will stop. You might be wondering, why should you write all these? The heart of this process is the why. You need to be very clear as to why you want to start that. as to why you want to stop it, as to why you want to continue, as to why you want to do less of that. And how do you write the why? After you have written what you want to continue doing, let's pick, for example, one of the things that I wrote in my intention is to eat less sweets as a dessert. So I wrote under I will do less of, I wrote I want to eat less sweets before bed.
Yeah.
And further than that, I took that action into a cost and benefit analysis. What do I mean? When you sit back to evaluate reasons why you want to do certain things, or when you sit back to evaluate the why, that will be your motivator. That is what is going to inspire you to continue. Because when I go back to my example of I want to eat less sweets as a dessert, my why was I will have a beautiful deep sleep. Because you know that when you eat sugar before bed, it tends to interfere with your sleeping pattern. And my other why was that it will make me not wake up in the middle of the night to brush my teeth, because sometimes I'll fall asleep before I had time to go and brush my teeth. So I'll wake up in the middle of the night and then brush my teeth. So the other reason was it will reduce the efforts and the time that I take to brush my teeth because I fell asleep after having sweets at bedtime. So when you get into the habit of writing your cost and benefit, you will find it very easy to continue when you feel like you want to give up. When I pick an example of stopping, I remember I did a similar exercise when I was making a decision to discontinue my relationship with alcohol. I wrote, I want to stop drinking alcohol as one of my stop activities. And this happened 4 years ago. Under my cost and benefit analysis, for my advantages as to why I want to stop, I actually had a long list. I will save money. I will have time to do things that I enjoy. Like, for instance, my morning exercises, because if I have a glass of wine at bedtime or in the evening, or if I spend time with my friends drinking wine, in the morning, it will be a battle to exercise. So you see my why. And also I had written, I want to write my book within 2 years. Right now, I'm busy with my second book, which I'm launching this year. And because I'm able to wake up at 3:30, which is when my creative juices flow, I effortlessly wake up at 3:30 and write. So my why are the reasons or are the motivators which make me not want to go back. So in a nutshell, Coach O, setting a clear guideline as to using that particular technique and writing the cost and benefit, the advantages and the disadvantages for that particular intention would help you carry on, will help you be inspired from within. Whenever you want to stop, you go back to your cost and benefit analysis to say, let me remind myself, what are the advantages here and what are the disadvantages here? So that will make your decision more sustainable. How does that sound?
That sounds easy, and that kind of science sounds intimidating in a way, but I can assure you and reaffirm everything that you're saying, that when you have those 4 bulletins, it clarifies things. You're putting things into compartments where you rightfully say, and this is so important, let's not forget the good that we are doing, because every time when you think of setting intentions and making tweaks in here, we tend to forget that it has not all been doom and gloom. We have been doing some great things. I want to continue. I want to continue reading my books like I have been doing.
Yeah.
I want to continue my drinking water as per the intentions I had set before. I want to continue my exercise regime. I want to continue, having dedicated quality time. I want to continue talking to so and so. And I want to stop watching too much TV, because you sit before the TV and you're thinking, why am I sitting here?
Yeah.
I'm telling myself I want to learn. I want to stop watching so much TV. And then when you now put it, I want to stop. It's an intention.
Yeah.
I want to stop, or I want to do less of. Where I was watching 5 hours of TV, I want to say maybe I will now want to watch less than 5 hours of TV. So, those 4 points are so good at clarity, at giving purpose. And when you write it down, it makes it so much easier. That's the planning we were talking about in the previous episodes, that, intentions are setting a plan. Intentions are your guideposts. Intentions are your GPS. So that tool has been so fantastic, Coach RN, I must admit. Now, when it comes to that tool, there are days where I have been skipping it for the past 2 weeks, not necessarily doing it every day, but for personally going forward, I'm now going to go back to it again and say, I want to continue using these 4 tools daily.
Committing to using the tool.
I want to start using these 4 tools, these 4 points on the how of setting intentions daily, because I think it will take everything to a very different level. And, it doesn't even take a lot of time. It doesn't mean that I have to spend an hour or 2 hours doing these intentions. I can just write 2 bulletins per day, or not even do all 4 of them at the same time. Just do with what I need on that particular day and time and what resonates, and take it. And then if maybe on a Sunday, I want to do all 4 for the week ahead, I can do that. If maybe on a Monday, I feel I didn't tick something, I can just go and pick where my intentions kind of lag behind and carry it over. And to remember just to be flexible, have grace and compassion on myself. But the tool is excellent, Coach. It's really a game changer.
I'm glad you found it to be very useful. And again, I like what you've said around flexibility. You can choose how often you want to use that particular tool. However, you need to start off the process with that tool. You need to start off the process by knowing what you want to continue doing, by knowing what you want to do less of, what you want to start, and what you want to stop. If you want to do it daily, well and good. If you want to do it weekly, it is still fine. The most important thing here is for you to have something you are measuring yourself with. Because whatever that you don't measure, you'll never know whether you are successful or not. So this is actually meant to give you a guide. If you want to use it every day, great. If you want to use it once a week to set the tone for the week, that is fantastic. Yeah. If you want maybe to use it once a month, it is still okay. So look at your circumstances, look at your lifestyle, and that should dictate the frequency and the practicality of what is doable on your side to utilize that particular technique. Maybe you might be wondering now, we've been talking about intentions, setting your to-do, setting your plan, setting what you want to focus on. What is then the relationship between intentions and goals? What is the relationship between intentions and values? How do they all form part of your self-mastery wellness living? Well, I think let's talk again about the relationship between intentions, values, and goals in our next episode. It has been my pleasure talking to you, Coach Olivia. And as always, I do enjoy sharing and chatting and just getting to know what you are thinking.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Coach. Now it gets hot in here. I love the upcoming topic because, yes, that one is a mind twister, intention, goals, values. What are we talking about? I am so looking forward to the next episode when you break it down and I get to listen and take in your well of wisdom, and we give clarity to the intentions, the goals, and the values. Thank you so much, Coach RN. It has been fun. Again, see you in the next episode.
Thank you very much.